warehouse. This looks like the warehouse from the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, except it's not filled with treasure. It's filled with toys. Vintage Star Wars figures for $3. There's Castle Gray Skull right here. This is probably the strangest toy I've ever seen. This is quite the selection, and it's literally all 50% off. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a huge collector of action figures and toys and collectibles and just nerdy stuff. One of my favorite places to buy action figures is at the Toy Vault. They have a bunch of stores all over New England and Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and we've even been to a few of the stores on the channel before. Well, today the Toy Vault is opening up their warehouse and they're having a 50% off sale. Everything inside is 50% off. So I'm super excited to go inside there and go see what kind of toys they have. They do this every year around Memorial Day. While we're filming around inside, if you see any toys that you're interested in, let me know down in the comments below. But without any further ado, let's go inside the Toy Vault warehouse and see what they have to offer. Here it is, the Toy Vault warehouse. This looks like the warehouse from the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, except it's not filled with treasure. It's filled with toys. I got a nice cardboard box I can put all my loot inside. Tresh is gonna be the official holder of the box of loot. Thank you. While I go film, you can load it up with good action figures. They don't only have action figures, there's trading cards as well. And all kinds of Pokemon plush characters. These look like Luke Skywalker's binoculars from Star Wars. I can see a Star Destroyer fighting the Rebel Alliance. Stanley's saying this is a camera. Walk me through the logic.
Because look at, there's this red button that doesn't do anything else.
Yeah.
There's a lens protector for this thing that you don't see out of. Because you see out of this, which comes out of that.
What?
So like, I don't know.
Dude, it must be a camera. How do you like load film in there? That must be, I think we need to buy that to discover what it is.
I don't think it actually is, but it could be. Like,
I want to know what this is, so we're buying it. That's it.
there's some weird thing that says A right there.
Decision is made. We're buying
And
the
a
Star
green
Wars
light.
potential camera thing. Unless it's from the prequels, then we're just going to throw it away. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Star Wars Black Series action figures. I love collecting these things, and I also like making customs out of them, so this is a good place to pick up some extra figures just to make some custom figures out of. Like I said earlier, they have some vintage toys here. Check this out, a real relic of the past, a fidget spinner. I'm big into 6-inch action figures, so any 6-inch action figure I can kind of get my hands on, I end up collecting. I don't really have any rhyme or reason to my collection. It's pretty much anything that's 6-inch scale is really what I'm into. I also dig these old school type figures. Got some old Terminator figures. They're not really old. They just are meant to look like they're old. But you got figures from Terminator, Tomorrowland, which is a newer film, Big Trouble in Little China. Lots of good classic films. I mean, I don't know if Tomorrowland was a classic, but Terminator sure was. I remember buying this canister at Burger King, and it was definitely not $3. It was like $15. There's a watch inside. They had it for all the Star Wars movies. I pretty much had them all. I think the only one I was missing was The Empire Strikes Back. I could literally complete my Star Wars watch collection right now. I honestly think just for completionist sake, I might buy this. Even though I would never in my right mind wear a Star Wars watch from Burger King, I just need to complete my collection. Here's something I haven't seen in years. M&Ms dressed as Star Wars characters. These were always cool figures. They were light up Star Wars figures. Their lightsabers would actually ignite, sort of like in the movie. Obviously not very realistically, but it's still a pretty cool figure to a young Ben Laurence. I remember a couple years ago when Rogue One first came out, these 4-packs were so hard to find. Now they're literally 50% off on sale, and they got a plethora of them. There's a lone Ben Kenobi sitting in this box. I don't know how much this lone Ben Kenobi is, but I want to bring him home. I feel bad. He's just sitting here by himself. Dude, it's everyone's favorite Star Wars character, Jar Jar Binks. Should we buy Jar Jar Binks? Should we put him in? Should we buy him? I think we should save him. We're gonna buy Jar Jar. I think the best part of this Hercules figure is the fact that it has a KB Toys sticker on it. Toys R Us exclusive figure. Hit the thumbs up button for Toys R Us. Rest in peace. Anyone remember Atlantis, the Lost Empire? I'm pretty sure I had this figure of Moliere when I was a kid. I just started getting into Lord of the Rings, so I was kind of hoping I would find some Lord of the Rings action figures here. Oh, dude, everyone's favorite Ghostbuster, Aaron Gilbert from the new Ghostbusters, everyone's favorite movie. Molaram, Molaram, Molaram. Molar. Way before the MCU, the only type of Marvel stuff I was into was the X-Men because of Marvel vs. Capcom, the arcade game, and Gambit was always one of my favorite characters. I just picked up the Marvel Legends version of Gambit, but I'm kind of digging the old school Gambit as well. Like, what do you do? What do you do with this item?
I don't know. You paint it.
It's a brick of War Machine. I'm looking for Marvel Legends, but not the 3 3/4 inch scale. I want the 6-inch versions. Yo, it's Castle.
Hey.
What?
You want this Toy Story calendar from 1997?
Bro, a Toy Story calendar from 1997?
1997.
We can keep track of the dates. Anyways, as I was saying, there's Castle Grayskull right here. I remember I had Castle Grayskull as a kid. I'm pretty sure I still have it hidden away somewhere. Underneath Castle Grayskull, I just spied a box with Pee Wee Herman's logo on it, and it is a little Pee Wee figure. Here's one of the old Toy Biz Marvel Legends. I remember I had some of these as a kid, and they always came with comic books. So this is kind of my first introduction into comic books was getting these figures. I don't really need the Wasp or this weird pair of legs, so I'm gonna pass on this figure, but I noticed there is a whole collection of just Pee-wees hanging out in this box with some characters from Pan's Labyrinth. I have no idea what that is. This dude is definitely from the newer Masters of the Universe, but I have no idea who this figure is. I like his snazzy haircut. There's an Xbox 360 just sitting in here. Oh, it's broken. It's only $5 though. It's kind of funny. I've never really been into Mini-Mates, but I just noticed they have some Kingdom Hearts Mini-Mates, and I kind of want to get into Mini-Mates now. They also have Alien Mini-Mates as well, and some Marvel characters. Just a lone Snow Miser doll hanging out back here amongst these, I don't know what they're called. Wetworks? I've never heard of this in my life. Something I've always wondered about, like, sports figures. Does anyone, like, play with these, or do you just pose them and put them on your shelf? I feel like sports people are too cool to play. Not that there's anything wrong with people that like sports, I just feel like they just do not play. It's all about posing and very serious stuff with them. I played the game Portal for the longest time, and I never knew the main character was a woman. I don't know how I missed that, but I did. I never knew that the main character was a girl. I paid full price for this when it first came out. It was $25. And I paid full price, and I could have just came here and got it for $5, so I got gypped. This man looks pretty sickly right here. I guess since he is Dr. Victor Frankenstein, it makes sense, but he's scary looking. This is probably the strangest toy I've ever seen. It's an in-sync figure of JC, but it's a puppet. That's just weird. There's some more Kingdom Hearts figures, but it's just Mickey and Axel. It's been a while since I collected Funko Pops, but man, this is quite the selection, and it's literally all 50% off. So all these pop figures right here, pretty much dirt cheap. A majority of them are under $5. Pretty much all of them are under $5, so this is quite a good deal right here. You can get some pop figures for dirt cheap. So if you're into collecting pop figures, I highly recommend coming out here to this sale that they do once a year, because it's a pretty solid deal. I have really no interest in pop figures anymore, but if you see any pop figures that you like, let me know down in the comments below. Tell me which one of these is your favorite if you're into this sort of stuff. I can pretty much guarantee you for a fact I would have had this Buzz Lightyear toothbrush set as a kid. I loved Buzz Lightyear, so I would have had any piece of Buzz Lightyear merchandise. This is nasty. It's a Toy Story Sweet Tarts container. I want to find a date on this. It's at 1995. This is Tresh. This is from 1995. Should we buy it and eat them?
There's another one.
I feel like we'd get sick.
There's
Ooh.
an American Idol Pez head.
That looks delicious. Is there a date on this somewhere?
I don't know. I don't see one.
2004.
Where do you see that?
Right down at the bottom.
Oh.
I think we should try some of this candy. Maybe get sick after this. The big one. Stanley discovered some kind of Game of Thrones card game. I'm pretty sure this is related to like the actual book. Yeah, it says George R.R. Martin on it, so this is related to like the book and all that stuff, the world of Game of Thrones. I don't know what this is, but I like the house logos and everything. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't play the card game, but I kind of just want these for like a little collectible item. $2 for a forlorn bobblehead. I might need to add this to the bin. What do you should I add it to the bin? $2? Nah, I don't even have a place to display it. I want it. I don't need it. Joe, you gonna get clean with the Galactic shampoo
Dude,
with C-3PO?
I already have been getting clean.
What's it
with
smell like? Is it empty?
No, there's actually some bubbles in there.
Is there actually?
actually
Here, Stanley
bubbles
will
in there.
inspect it. I didn't even notice that down here. We'll ignore these guys. This is fake Star Wars stuff. But right here is a cloud car from The Empire Strikes Back. And is this Han Solo right here? No, but it's still Harrison Ford. It's Indiana Jones. There's a big bag of loose Star Wars figures, but I think the only actual Star Wars figure I spy is like a Han Solo floating around in there. But then the rest is that garbage prequel stuff. Little bendable Gamorrean guard right there. I don't know why, but I always liked the Gamorrean guard, and for $2, it's not a bad deal. I don't need him, but somebody else might like that Gamorrean guard figure. Dude, I like the new hat. I feel like every time we go to some kind of event, you always get a hat. So I think you need that, man. I think you need a new hat. You always have some kind of weird thing on your head. Well, I think we've seen everything inside the Toy Vault warehouse. So now we're gonna go check out with our spoils, and then we'll show you what we got.
It's gotta happen for the memes.
Do it, yes.
Ow.
Joe, are you good? Are you good? That animal's assaulting you. You're being assaulted. Hey, no throwing the animals.
Sorry.
It's a bunch of old gaming equipment outside. Some old controllers. A couple old consoles inside this box. What you got there, Joe?
I got a Nintendo controller.
Neat.
NES.
If you're looking to up your G.I. Joe collection, everything in these two boxes is $200. I was like super obsessed with Shadows of the Empire for a long time. I'm picking up this comic book for $5. And they have Dark Empire. Yep, it's happening. It's happening. I need them. Let's see what else they got. And they got Dark Empire too. Do I need to get them all? Patreon.com/Ben Laurence. Link down below, or benlawrence.spreadshirt.com. Buy a t-shirt so I can buy more things in the name of content. I'm gonna put back Shadows of the Empire and get Dark Empire too, so then I can sort of start the collection right there. Those are some of my favorite Star Wars comics. Vintage Star Wars figures for $3. They just started re-releasing these in stores, but these are like the real original ones from the 80s. I've always liked Bid Fortuna, and I like collecting like the beat up old vintage toys like that have been, used and loved. So I think Bid Fortuna, he's coming home. We got here a little bit late, so I feel like all the good pickings were already picked through. So now, since we're down in the area, we're gonna head to the actual Toy Vault store, see what they got, then head home, and we'll do like a little haul type of video at the end.
Wakanda forever!
And here's the Toy Vault at the Warwick Mall. This place looks awesome. Lots of Star Wars Black Series figures, but for the most part, I have all these characters or don't really want them. I love just looking at all the vintage figures lined up like this. One day I'll have a collection of these guys. There's lots of loose Marvel Legends figures, and the prices on these aren't too bad. So I might have to add a couple guys to my collection. They have the brand new Captain America in the Quantum suit for only $10, so the prices here aren't that bad. I don't really need Captain America, so I'm gonna pass on him, but I just wanted to show that brand new figures, they're just out of the boxes, and they're like $10. Not only do they have a bunch of loose figures, but there is countless figures in the box, brand new. And again, the prices on these guys aren't that bad. This Daredevil has a Benny sticker on it. That's a real throwback for all you New Englanders. Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora with Maleficent. I didn't even know this was out yet, and for $25, it's mine. We got what we needed at the Toy Vault. By the way, look at that sign behind me. Looks like the Great Movie Ride sign. Anyway, we got what we needed to at the Toy Vault. And now, since we're down here and this is a Toy Vault-filled day, I think we're gonna go hit the Toy Vault outlet because it's only open certain days of the week, and today happens to be one of those days. So let's go on another trip to another Toy Vault location. There's nothing in there. I guess maybe they're out of business? Oh, that's the remnants of abandoned Toy Vault. Am I gonna get 1 million views on this video because it has abandoned toys in it? Well, I guess that's a bust. There's no more Toy Vault outlet. It's literally boarded up. There's nothing inside, and it doesn't even say Toy Vault outlet on the sign. It says Toy Vault Games. So that's a bust. Let's head back home and we'll do like a little haul segment of this video. We got our box full of loot right here. Let's dump it out, show you what's inside.
Alright, so first I got this hat of this Pokemon. I don't even know what Pokemon this
I was
is.
gonna say, do you even know what the name of that Pokemon
No, I
is?
forget. I know he's the bad guy. Like,
Oh, he's
there's
a
like,
bad guy?
There's like bad guys.
Ah,
And he's like their buddy or something.
okay.
So I know that, but I don't know. Is Mewtwo or something maybe?
Maybe. Somebody tell us in the comments below if you know what this Pokemon's name is. We showed off a lot of things in the video and said, oh, we're totally gonna buy this. Well, we didn't buy a majority of the things that we showed off in the video, but we did buy some things that we didn't show in the video. One of those being a Prince of Persia action figure. This cost me a grand total of $1. Okay, this is Prince Destan from the Prince of Persia Disney movie. Not even the game. This is from the Disney movie, and I thought this was just such a random figure, and it's a Target exclusive. So this is just such a random figure. I had to get it, and it was only $1.
Up next, we have this random like pair of binocular things that we didn't really know what they were, but after discovering, we figured out that it's a camera. This plastic thing is a camera. So basically, you pop this open to look through that. That right there is the lens where it takes pictures, so you can close it and stuff and open. This little tab down here turns the flash on. Yes,
There's a flash? I didn't even know there's a flash.
There's a flash. This red button takes the picture. And then there's a battery compartment. It takes film, by the way. So this is like to like, you know, reel the film, or I don't know how to call that.
These young kids nowadays.
This opens the film storage compartment of sorts, and you know, you can spin it around. And this, you can add a nice filter of your favorite prequel characters, such as...
Wait a minute. So we did discover this is from the prequels.
Yeah, this is from the prequels.
Well, then this needs to be thrown out, because I said earlier, if this is from the prequels, it's getting thrown out. So we're gonna have to throw this in the garbage.
Jar Jar Binks is right there.
Oh yeah, this is 100%
You can take a
going
pic.
in the trash.
Here, you want your picture with Jar Jar Binks? Cheese.
Continuing with the Star Wars theme, even though the prequels don't count as Star Wars, I picked up the Star Wars watches from Burger King. As I said earlier in the video, I had a collection of these as a kid. So I had the Star Wars one and I had the Return of the Jedi one, but I never had Empire Strikes Back. Well, my Return of the Jedi one got pretty banged up, so I decided to get this one because it's brand new. It has Princess Leia on one side, Jabba the Hutt on the other, and then I had to get the Empire Strikes Back one to complete my collection. So Han Solo right there, and then Boba Fett on the back. I'm not a big collector of vintage Star Wars figures, but occasionally I'll buy an old beat-up one, and I chose to buy Bib Fortuna. I call him Bib Fortuna. I know his real name is Bib Fortuna, but I call him Bib Fortuna. I've always called him that. I'm going to continue to call him that. So I got Bib Fortuna right here, and I always just loved his character design. He's so weird and creepy in Return of the Jedi, so I always liked him because he was just an odd alien. And I got another alien, a newer figure from one of the newer Star Wars movies. I got Supreme Leader Snoke, the most wasted potential character, probably one of the most wasted potential characters in the new Star Wars movies. I'm going to use him for a custom figure. I don't really need a Supreme Leader Snoke figure, but I can make a cool custom figure out of this guy, so that's what I'm going to be using him for.
So next up, I got this nice 2013 Boston Red Sox World Series Champions baseball bat. And like, the only reason I got it is because as soon as I saw it, like, I just picked it up and I started just like pretending to hit stuff with it, pretending to hit Joe with it and stuff. So like, before we left, I was like, I gotta get this legendary baseball bat.
You got to bring it home and give it a good home.
Yeah, so I can just beat people up with it, you know what I'm saying?
My question for these mini baseball bats is, does anyone like collect these? Like, what is
Oh,
what is the
100%.
purpose of these? If you know
100%.
anyone who collects these miniature baseball
I have
bats,
a bunch of them.
or does anything with them, leave it in the comments below. I don't get them. I just don't understand.
They're fun. They're like,
Just smack things with them.
yeah, I guess. Next, I have, can't even fit in the frame, but I got a spear from the hit Marvel movie of the Black Panther. You know that lady who like protects him.
One of
She's,
his
like,
guards,
bald
yeah.
Or whatever. She's,
I don't know how to pronounce her name. We have the
Okoye.
package somewhere.
Okoye or
Okoye?
whatever.
Okoye. It's funny. I just watched the Black Panther last night. I'm pretty sure it's Okoye. Someone's gonna correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's her
But
name.
yeah, it's a nice spear. I can
you can
stab
yeah you can
people with
just
them.
you can just stab your friends with a
You
spear.
know, me and Joe had a fight in the parking lot with them. It's pretty fun, you know.
Exclusive footage on patreon.com/Ben Laurence.
That's about it. Spear. The next object I got at the actual store. Going with the Marvel theme. I'm a big Marvel guy, so I decided to waste a lot of money on Captain America's mighty shield, you know.
Pretty snazzy shield right there.
Protect myself against intruders.
I can claw you like the Black Panther.
Yeah.
And look, you're protected by my claws.
See, he can't do anything, and then I can just backhand him with the shield. So yeah, pretty nice shield. Pretty decent weight. It's got some leather straps. Very shiny, authentic to the movie. It's plastic, but it does have like these metal like weights.
Yeah.
On the
well,
back.
I thought that was a cool like little.
Yeah, so it's like
thing.
heavy. It's like heavy. It's not like just cheap plastic either. It's sturdy. So it was pretty cool, and I decided to add it to my collection. So yeah, that's about do it for me. Those are all the items that I got at the Toy Vault sales warehouse thing in the store with this mighty shield. So I'm gonna go like kill Thanos or something.
All
so
right.
I'll be back. Hey, this is like the Thor's hammer. So yeah.
Spoilers for Endgame.
Oh yeah, whatever. Everyone's already seen it. Oh yeah, see ya. I'm gonna go kill Thanos again.
Make sure to subscribe to CoolStanley's channel. Going off of Stanley's Marvel collection, I got myself a Gambit figure from the Toy Biz days, 1996. This figure's from. So this is a pretty old figure. I mentioned earlier that Gambit is one of my favorite X-Men characters because I would play the X-Men game in the arcade, Marvel vs. Capcom, and I always thought Gambit was the coolest guy. The box is a little beat up. The bubble is starting to peel, but thought this figure was pretty sweet, so I'll probably stick him on a shelf somewhere or hang him up on the wall by this. Even though the package is beat up, I don't know. Maybe I'll even take him out of the package. I don't really know what I'm going to do with him. I just thought it was cool. Some people might criticize me and call me not a true Marvel fan because I've never read any of the Marvel comics. I just like the movies and, you know, I read all the stories and stuff online, but I've never actually read a comic. But some comics I did read back in the day were the Star Wars Dark Empire comics. I don't know what I did with those old comic books, so I found these. These are like volumes of the comic books. It's Dark Empire 1, Dark Empire 2, and these are pretty thick books right here, but it is all the Dark Empire comic books compiled into these two books. And this was one of my favorite series, like Luke turns to the dark side and the Emperor comes back, so I always loved this storyline. So I pretty much jumped at the opportunity to buy these in book form as a collection. Many people know I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, but I'm also a huge Tron fan. And here are some Tron and Kingdom Hearts mini-mates. I'm not a big collector of mini-mates. I have like a few here and there, but you have Tron Donald, Tron Goofy, and Sark. I don't know why there's no Tron Sora. Maybe he's somewhere else in a different package, but here are some Tron Kingdom Hearts mini-mates. Probably stick these on a shelf somewhere. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. And then the last item we bought at the warehouse was a surprise item to me. I didn't even know this was inside the box until we got up to the register. It is these Cars Silly Bands. Does anyone remember Silly Bands? Somehow Tresh managed to sneak these in the box. I wasn't even paying attention. So when I got up to the register and the guy pulled these out of the box, I was like, what? Where did these come from? So Tresh threw these in the box. So these are actually Tresh's items. So I better go return these Cars Silly Bands to Tresh. And last but not least, the only item I picked up at the Toy Vault store was this Diamond Select Kingdom Hearts 3 2-pack featuring Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora and Maleficent, as well as a Keyblade that's not the Kingdom Key. Usually these Diamond Select figures always come with the same Keyblade, which is super lame. So I was really excited to actually see a different Keyblade and a different Sora figure, even though it's not the best looking figure in the universe, and it also looks like his hands aren't even going to be able to hold the Keyblade. I thought the pack was still cool. Maleficent is worth the $25 alone, so this is a pretty cool pack. I'm excited to open this up and display it on my Kingdom Hearts shelf. And that's about going to do it for this video. We went to the Toy Vault warehouse, we looked around in there, then we went to the Toy Vault store, then we got disappointed that the Toy Vault outlet wasn't even in existence, and now we came back here and checked out all the things we bought during our Toy Vault filled day. I want to thank you so much for joining us as we went to the Toy Vault warehouse and checked out all these cool toys. If you collect some kind of toy or action figure or just collect anything, let me know what it is in the comments down below, or send me a picture over on Discord, which is linked down below. If you want to support future videos just like this one and want us to buy more toys in the name of content, check out patreon.com/BenLaurence in the links down below. For as little as $1 a month, you can gain access to exclusive behind-the-scenes bonus features. We also have exclusive merchandise over there. But if you don't want the exclusive merchandise, head over to benlawrence.spreadshirt.com and get yourself a sweet Ben Lawrence t-shirt. You can wear the shirt, look cool, and support the channel. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you want to see more adventures just like this in the future, make sure to hit the subscribe button.